All right, hello, and welcome back to the Binge Boys podcast. This week, we're here to talk to you about a double duty episode. Batman The Long Halloween Part 1 and 2 featured on HBO Max. HBO, fix your app, please. It's still fucking garbage.
Dude, seriously.
But before we get into that, we must introduce ourselves. And with you this week, my name is Enrique.
My name is Eli.
And what up? T-Max is still here.
That's your fucking terrible intro. Thank you.
Oh, cool. All right.
So we watched the Batmans. We watched The Long Halloween, Part 1 and 2. How long did Halloween last? It lasted a fucking year. That's pretty crazy.
That is one long Halloween.
But I want to start this off with giving some big ups to someone.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Shout out motherfucking Jensen Ackles
Yes, sir.
for receiving the role of Batman now that Kevin Conroy, I think, is finally retiring from it, even though he said he was retiring 5 years ago.
Hey, at least he finally did it to give my boy Jensen a role.
Jensen was actually played the Red Hood not too long ago, I think. Maybe it was long ago. I don't remember. But he was the Red Hood in one of these Batman movies.
Oh, shit.
Interesting.
Okay.
So he's done some work for WB on the animated franchise.
Okay.
I thought he did great here. He played a good, younger Batman.
Yeah, no, I agree.
agree.
I think it was... At first, I was like, damn, Jensen's really doing some shit. Like, he doesn't sound like what I've seen Jensen in. And then later on, I was like, oh, no, that's just Jensen Ackles. But... I don't know. At the beginning, I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird. Like, it doesn't really sound like Jensen."
I think it's just because we know him already.
Yeah.
So you can pick up his speech inflections.
Yeah,
It's
for
not
sure.
that he's not doing a good job of voice acting. It's just that we're familiar with his work.
Right,
And
right.
Everyone speaks a certain way.
That's what I'm
no
saying.
matter how bad you try to change it.
Yeah, I definitely found myself comparing him to Dean half the time. I was like, oh, yeah, that's exactly what, Dean sounds like. And
Yeah.
so, not that I had a problem with it. I thought that he made for a really good Batman. I thought he absolutely killed it in these movies.
It's just like how in every Mark Hamill animated thing he's in, it's just a little bit different than his Joker voice. Like Ozai is just a little bit different than Joker. Not too much, but just enough.
Yeah.
Yes. So that he was good. I thought the voice acting in general was really good in this movie.
Yeah.
I liked pretty much every character's voice.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues. Like, I mean, I guess if I didn't write anything bad down, it means it was all good. So,
That's fair
And
enough.
also, big shout outs to the fucking animation. Fucking great animation in this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I love the art direction that they went in. With the thick lines for all the characters. I don't know how you guys felt.
I like that. I didn't know that this came out like this year. Like, I like that it looks like, I don't know how to kind of word it, but comic-y, not too like futuristic, like super high-tech animation. Like, it's simple, and it looks like everything else that could have came out in like mid 2000s, 2010s.
Yeah, it looks like the Batman that I like. The animated Batman that I would have watched growing up.
Yeah, exactly.
This book came out in like the 90s, I believe. The comic that this is based off of.
Holy crap,
The Long
dude.
Halloween. And only reason I know this is because I was actually going to read this comic like a year and a half ago. But the art style was so jarring compared to modern graphic novels, I couldn't do it.
Gotcha.
So seeing them do it in this style now, I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. If they did this if they republished that comic book in this style, I would read that shit in a heartbeat.
Okay,
That's
that's fair. I definitely have some questions that I'll get into about this later, just based on some other prior stuff that I've seen, but we'll get into that.
I think this is a standalone story.
Okay.
If that's what you're asking.
Yes.
Because there's some stuff in here I was like, do I just not know my lore?
Yeah.
Or is this changed?
I was going to say, I guess we can kind of just touch on it right now. It doesn't really matter too much, because, like, Two-Face, right? I'm like,
Yes.
dude, Dark Knight, dude gets blown up,
It's Dark Knight isn't correct as far as the origin for Two-Face.
Okay.
That I do know.
Gotcha.
Okay. Because that was my
Because
question.
they do their own thing for those.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
just like how they fucked up, they didn't fuck up Robin. They completely did some other shit with Robin in that Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
did.
did
Like-
know that. Yeah.
because like his first name is Robin. And, like, oh, that whole scene was crazy. I wish we got that Nightwing trilogy that we should have, but fuck Christopher Nolan. But back to Batman. That weirded me out. And then the Catwoman plot line, that was kind of revealed towards the end. I was like, really? But then I think they disproved that at the end.
Yeah, no,
not to get into spoilers.
I would say I agree. I don't know. There's a couple things that kind of threw me off. I'm like, like that. I've only seen the Dark Knight trilogy. That's all I've seen. Just for people that are confused on what I'm saying, I don't know much about my lore. I'm not gonna pretend that I do, but that's why I'm asking in comparison. What is for shoot?
Hey, you might even know more than I do, honestly, and I feel like I've seen a couple things besides just the Dark Knight. Well, I've seen like some of the original Batman. I shouldn't say original Batman movies, but I've seen some of the older Batman movies, with like Michael Keaton. I saw the one with Arnold. So I've seen
the
some
Batman
of those
movies. Don't follow the comics pretty much at all.
Okay.
The only ones that really do are the animated ones. So if you've seen those, you've seen some of the comics, but as far as the movies, they do whatever they want for the movies, to be honest.
Gotcha.
Like the live actions. Because it's like, at that point, they're adapting things, and they're not making one-to-one movies or anything like that. Because if they're making one-to-one movies, the Dark Knight trilogy would be something completely different than it was.
Okay, that makes sense, though.
Yeah, but this is good, in my opinion. It was slow burn, though.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'd agree with that.
I could see I watched this and I finished it. I was like, damn, I like that. And then my second thought was, damn, I don't think anyone else liked it as much as I did.
As much as probably not. I did enjoy it. I thought the second movie was a lot stronger than the first, and that's just that slow burn. Stuff actually happened in the second movie. I won't say stuff actually happened. I was still entertained like with the first movie, but it didn't have the impact on me that the second one did.
I like also don't think I liked it as much as you, Reek, but I liked this a lot more than other slow burn stuff we've watched, because this felt like I don't know if it's because it felt like it set things up better or because it had a quicker payoff than some of the other stuff we've watched that's like a slow burn, especially if it's like shows or something where it takes longer to pay off. But this was much more satisfying to me, and I thought they did a good job with the storyline. I thought the actors did a good job. I thought it was pretty good.
Yes. It's not as bad as like a Monster, right? Like Monster was 75 episodes, so we had to wait for the burn. Obviously, I love slow burn with like I have talked about Daredevil and things like that. I know it's different for each of us. We all have different preferences. But again, you're right, Tristan. It's a quicker payoff in this, 3-hour movie. Really less than 3 hours. It's like 2 and some change. To like 2:30, 2:45 or something if you take out the credits. But it's quick payoff versus hours upon hours of watching to get fucking the moment finally.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I like slow burn movies for the most part because of that reason. Like I don't mind waiting in a couple hours, if that, to get to the point. But when it's a TV show, like, I don't know, I like Daredevil, don't get me wrong, but when it's 7-8 hours before you finally get to the point, it's like I don't know. Or Monster, where it's 75 episodes, it's just, I don't know, it gets to a point for me that I'm like, I'm just really not into this anymore.
I get that. I just really like the final, I don't know, a final moment can make or break something for me. So if you keep me somewhat entertained for all of it and then you give me the payoff, and that payoff retroactively makes each moment more important, I'll enjoy it more then. But it also comes with a double-edged sword. If you fuck up the ending, you fuck up that show for me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you can't have a slow burn that's slow at the end, too. Like, that just doesn't, I don't know, it's just redundant.
That'd be a massive L.
Yeah.
So, this was good. Kind of fucked up, though, if you know your Batman lore. Because you see child Barbara Gordon, and the only thing I can think about is, man, Bruce Wayne dates her later. I'm like,
what?
Seriously? See, I didn't know this, so.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole thing in, like, the series, and, like, all the animated stuff, and in the comics and stuff, is that Bruce usually has, like, 3 or 4 chicks on call.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he's got Talia, he's got Catwoman, he's got Barbara, and then there's some other one I'm spacing. But
So the commissioner's wife, before she was the commissioner's wife.
No, his daughter.
Oh, duh.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
because she's a child.
That's Barbara Gordon. He calls her Babs, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's weird.
I know her as Babs. Okay, no, I get it now.
That's like a whole issue that comes up between Dick Grayson, Robin, and Batman, because that's one of Dick Grayson's love interests, and they date, and then Batman dates her, and then it's like, yo, what the fuck? You're like my father figure. What's going on, dude?
Man.
It's like P. Diddy when he dated his son's ex. That was, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a pretty good comparison.
But now talk about some plot points, quick, whatever. There's something going on. People are getting murdered by someone mysterious. They only kill people on holidays. They're called Holiday.
I like that. I thought that was cool.
I also
like that they had to go to Calendar Man because they thought he was in on it.
Yeah.
Only for him to be like, no, it's not me. They're like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
He's like, I know. I thought it would be me too,
That was
but it's
so
not
funny.
me.
I did enjoy that.
The weird thing was that I had never heard of Calendar Man before that. That was the only
He's a
thing
deep
that threw
cut.
me off. Oh,
You
it's
probably
pretty
wouldn't have
deep
heard of
cut?
Calendar Man. Yeah, he's fucking Calendar Man, dude.
Yeah, like what the fuck is Calendar Man?
I was I've heard of the name, but when I saw him, I was like, okay, so this is not what my brain envisioned by Calendar Man, but
Would you think it was going to be a giant calendar?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like my man's from Gravity Falls, but it was a square.
Word, Bill Cipher, but Square Calendar Man.
Yep,
that makes sense. I thought you guys were gonna say you thought it was Solomon Grundy, who also has a day gimmick that was kind of touched on with Harvey and him in the sewers, where you get the Solomon Grundy line. Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, christened on a Tuesday, married on a Wednesday, ill on a Thursday, dead on a Friday. You guys heard that before or no?
I've not heard that. I know the villain. I've not heard that though. No.
Well, they said that in this. Don't know if you guys heard it, but that's Solomon Grundy's whole gimmick.
Fair enough.
Gotcha.
Is that he can't die, or he dies but he comes back. I like the mystery elements here. They did a great job of pointing you in a bunch of different directions.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
I think the biggest red herring was Harvey Dent.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Because he wasn't Two-Face yet. So everyone's like, oh, I've seen Batman. I've seen Dark Knight. It's probably Harvey, right? But then they get you with it's not Harvey, but it's someone close to him.
Yes. And that
I did see that
me.
coming. I did predict the final Holiday Killer.
I didn't know who it was going to be. I knew it wasn't going to be Harvey, but I did not think it was going to be who it was.
Just based off the reactions that his wife gave when they were mentioning children, and then when Falcone was saying something to her, and obviously he knew her, that's where I was like, okay, something was going on here. I actually thought that she was a Falcone daughter.
Okay.
And that she was getting a revenge. So that's
sense.
where I went. I didn't realize that she had been with Alberto. Like, they went there. I was like, whoa. That's kind of fucked. Because obviously a point of contention between Harvey and her in this movie was children.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so I was like, okay, well, something happened to either she actually has kids out. I thought it was a Drake situation where she had a secret kid.
Hiding the child from the world.
Yeah, I thought her secret kid was going to be like a Falcone kid.
I just thought she was barren.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, she is, because they say that later that she is, but I thought there was something that caused that.
No,
right?
I didn't though. Is my thing. I literally thought it was just that. I didn't dig
I know.
deep enough because I'm tiny brain.
But she was barren because of what the Falcones
right, but because
did,
of what they
find
did
out
to her,
later.
as opposed to just being barren.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Falcone's got some pretty good characterization in this one. I'm not too familiar with them. I'm more familiar with the powerful villains, like the super villains, rather than like the mobsters.
Right.
But I like their whole family dynamic. How like Alberto was the runt, he got shitted on by everyone, and then the daughter was fucking Hulk Hogan.
I was gonna say, dude.
China from the WWE.
Mill tank.
Yeah, she would just go. I don't know if you can say that.
Dude, if you said those
I don't know
things,
if you
I
could
could
say
say
that.
those things.
All I said was she was a beast.
Yeah, Mill
And you
tank's
called her
a
a
beast.
fucking miltank. A miltank's a cow.
No. He's a buff cow.
Okay.
I'm on one.
Eli's going for the home run right now, dude.
I liked the portrayal of Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne's relationship. But one thing I didn't like that happened with that was when he shows up on the ship because he's going to get Alberto thinking that he's the holiday killer. And fucking Selena goes, Bruce, while he's in the suit.
That was so stupid.
I was like,
dude, that was stupid.
Idiot.
Well, first of all, and maybe this is because I don't know the lore, I was confused on why she knew it was him.
She knows pretty much in every lore.
Okay, because I don't... Is Selena Kyle just the Catwoman character always?
Yeah.
Okay. That's an important thing for me to understand.
Obviously, she gets portrayed differently in different media.
Right.
But yes, it's always supposed to... It's normally Selena Kyle, yeah. Just like how Batgirl is normally Barbara Gordon. So I was just befuddled at the stupidity to scream out his shoot name while he's in full gimmick. And other than that, that was pretty much like my big gripe with the first movie. But I did like the thinking and playing and trying to figure out which one's which gimmick. And then you think it's Alberto, and then someone kills Alberto and runs away. You're like, no, Albert. Why? He didn't do nothing wrong. Albert was a little freaky bastard, though.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
He was ready to mac on Selena that whole time.
I know.
He was
bananas.
They had a 2-minute conversation. He tried to go in for the kiss. This dude's a sicko.
He said, ma'am, may I please have a crumb?
I'm like, damn, Alberto down bad. So they wrapped up the first film with Bruce getting hit with poison ivy, who cheesed the fuck out of him with her gas shit and made him sign over his asses to Falcone Man.
Yes. Did you? I was saying, going back to Alberto, you guys see that he was played by Jack Quaid from The Boys?
Motherfucking Huey?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he did great. I could not tell that was him.
I didn't know that was him. Because I saw the name. I couldn't remember where I'd seen the name from.
I knew his voice sounded familiar. I was like, dude, I gotta fucking look this up. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Cause like,
wow, I didn't get any Huey inflections from him either.
No, I didn't get any Huey. It was just like, I don't know. There was something in the tone that like, because I've seen him in other things too. Obviously, I mean, he's a pretty not popular, but I mean, he's a main-ish stream actor at this point.
He gets casted a lot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him in a few different things.
Else yet?
I mean, he's the son of another famous actor,
Dennis Quaid.
Quaid.
Oh, yeah, that's
of the Quaid hierarchy. So
the Quaid Brigade. Sorry,
I'm gonna let you try that no more times. So the second movie kicks off. He was out for 3 months. Fucking wild that he was possessed for 3 months, and it took her that long to get him. Come on, Selena, get it together.
Yeah.
I also thought it was funny when Bruce was in the alley tripping balls and he goes, "Mommy?" And I was like, dude. Me too, brother.
That was
I was like, yeah, I would say that too, brother.
Oh my God.
So that was good. And then we get just a crazy Batman finale. Like,
no, that's true.
Just guns firing everywhere. Harvey's Two-Face fully now because he got fucking acid. Oh my God, that's brutal, dude. Like, getting acid tossed on you is...
Yeah,
why can't you even get acid? Like, people shouldn't be able to purchase acid like that.
Dude, that was a lot. Another thing is, too, that dude hit a massive acid shot because dude had just a straight line on his face. Like, I was like, that's a perfect shot right there.
Did he cover up half of it? Is that what happened?
Dude, I don't even know.
I don't know.
Because he might have blocked half his face and just got...
I don't know. He had the perfect line down the center of his face. I'm like, damn, what a throw.
Fucking Tom Brady'd his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was short distance.
Yeah. I liked the wrap up of this movie a lot. I think that's the part that I enjoyed was Batman in this movie is not the great detective that we know him as. Mm-hmm. He even makes a comment, I think in the first one, he goes, I just thought I'd put this on and go out there and take down petty criminals.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to have to be a detective too. And so, like, this is his first big case, basically, where he has to figure out what's going on. And obviously he didn't want to believe it was Harvey, And he was right not to believe it was Harvey. And so he ends up pointing towards Harvey's wife. We find out her backstory, that she actually didn't really love Harvey. She was using him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's tough.
That was really
As
tough.
cold as ice.
Yeah.
Imagine having half your face burned off and then finding out your wife never loved you.
Yeah, it's a tough world we live in.
He got his face burned off to protect her as well.
Uh-huh.
Like, he was going to still take the fall as Holiday. But, Batman saw through it. And I like that he goes to her and says, is it over? Like, you're ready? Are you done? And she's like, there's no more to do. Yeah, I'm done. And he just like, fuck it, whatever. Like, it was two evils taking each other out kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he decided, like, just call it net even, bro. And it's just like, it shows Batman's moral compass, especially in his early cases where he's like willing to let people go if he sees justice in what they're doing.
Yeah.
Versus where he goes like full berserk and he's like, I don't give a fuck what you do. You're going down no matter what. When he gets later years. Like, I did it because he killed my whole family. So I just stabbed him once. And Batman's like, I'm going to throw you off a building now and let you go in the hospital with a completely broken body. So yeah, I thought the whole slow burn process, the mystery elements were fantastic. Character design was great. Give me more Batman animated movies. Please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this keeps me interested. It makes me interested for more, at least. Invested.
I do want to see
One
more.
day, we're going to watch Batman Beyond on this channel. We're going to do it.
I'm okay with it.
Batman Beyond's so fucking good. That and please, okay, this is a personal plea. Please, Warner Brothers, DC Animated Universe, please make a Batman the Black Mirror animated movie. Please. I will cry, I will pissard, I will shittered, I will coomered for that book.
Wow.
Because, my God, is that my favorite comic book I've ever read, is the Batman Black Mirror with Dick Grayson as Batman. I know no one likes Dick Grayson as Batman. People are like, you make it, shut the fuck up. Give me Black Mirror, please.
Wow.
All right, there goes my plea to WB. But besides that, time for some ratings. I got a solid 8.5 on this hoe.
Yeah, I would say I'll give it a 7.5. I thought it was really good for what it was. Honestly, if I would have already seen the first movie, we were just reviewing the second, I'd probably give it a little bit higher, maybe an 8. But since we watched both as one, I'm just gonna give it a 7.5 as a total score.
I was also going to give it a 7.5. I thought it was good overall. I'm trying to be objective because overall Batman isn't my favorite of the superheroes, and I'm not as big of a DC fan. But they did a really good job
Superman
with
guy.
this. Oh, you just
I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
He doesn't like any superheroes, bro. He can't tell you shit about Spider-Man.
Hey, look.
Hey, man, who's that guy that plays J. Jonah Jameson again?
Look, dog.
Oh, dude, I can't believe that.
Hey, man, look.
Calls himself Spidey. Motherfucker don't know about J.K. Simmons. Get the fuck
you know
out
what?
of here,
I
poke
just-
guy.
Look, whatever.
Give me the number.
I told you it's a 7.5.
Okay. So, yeah, good movie. Recommend it to watch both parts. That's the best, Our numbers don't really mean much. If we say you should watch it, you probably should watch it. That means it's good. That's the most important part.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, I've had 7s that I'm like, don't watch, and 7s that I'm like, yeah, you should watch this. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's if it's worth watching, it's worth watching.
yeah, for sure.
That's the important part.